Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 5 of albums that are 20 years old in 2025. We're looking back on the year 2005. We've been counting down our 15 favorites, starting from number 15, going to number 1, which will be revealed on the 15th of this month. And then we're splitting the month in half, right? And then the second half of the month, starting on the 16th, we're going back to our pick number 15 for albums that are 10 years old in 2015, looking back on our favorite albums from 2015. Both really good years for music. Really good years for music. And as I've said many times, I look at my favorite albums that I picked each of those years on our webzine and look at like what made my top list and whatnot, and looked at what kind of toiled about down in the honorable mentions list. And in many cases, some of those ones that were in the honorable mentions list have really risen in favor with me over the years. And so my ranking is very different today, this month, than it was 20 years ago or 10 years ago, right? It's amazing how that works. Some albums you start to love more as time goes on. Some you start to love maybe a little bit less, right? Before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to our good friend Lynn Versace and her hopefully health improvement, right? She's hoping to go home from the hospital hopefully today or tomorrow. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers as she recovers from pneumonia. And Lynn's going to beat this pretty quickly, I think. And we hope to get her on here in the very near future so we can get to that Zebra album ranking that we had planned to do for this weekend. So Lynn, get better. And we miss you. And feel better. That's the important thing. Get your strength back and get back on your feet. So today for pick number 5, this is a debut album from a Norwegian band. It was released in May of 2005, so almost exactly 20 years ago to the date, right? Pretty close to it, off by just a couple weeks. It was produced by Kim Stenberg and released on Progress Records, a label that is no longer with us anymore. That band is from Norway. It is Magic Pie. Motions of Desire is the album, debut album. So for those of you who have been following SOT for all these years, you know I have talked about Magic Pie a lot here on the channel. So if you're watching this and you're like, I don't know who this band is, well, you haven't been paying attention, because we have given a lot of attention to this band since we started up this YouTube channel, and certainly on the webzine for all these years. We cover all of their releases, talk very, very highly about them. They have always, whenever they release a new album, they were always ranked very, very highly on my year-end list, and this debut album is absolutely spectacular. I hadn't listened to it in a while because they got a good chunk of albums. They got like 6-7 albums out now, something like that. And this is 20 years old, and they've got other ones that I've been paying more attention to in recent years. So I played this morning in anticipation of doing this episode, and I'm like, man, this album fucking rips. It is so good. If to describe the music of Magic Pie, you have to take like some of the best of bands like, the more contemporary bands that have been around for, 30 years now, but like the Flower Kings from Sweden, Spock's Beard from here in the States, right? California band. And then throw in vintage, like Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, so the big, heavy Hammond organ, crunchy guitars, and then the progressive metal mastery of a band like Dream Theater. Right? So complex, lots of great solos, terrific vocal harmonies, big Hammond organ, big riffs from the guitars, lots of synths as well, long, epic tracks, great vocal harmonies. Like I said, this is a terrific, terrific album. Probably, if it's not my favorite Magic Pie album, it's generally number 2 or 3. It's definitely a top 3, depending on my mood, right? But I just remember when this album came out, I listened to this constantly, and to me, this was, one of my favorite new bands that had kind of appeared on the scene at the time. Who would have thought back 20 years ago, a Norwegian band? I remember 20 years ago, we were talking about Sweden all the time, right? Everything was coming out of Sweden, right? Well, the last handful of years, everything's coming out of Norway. So it's almost like Magic Pie were kind of like the early leaders of this big Norwegian prog and hard rock stuff, the movement that was coming out of Norway, and it has continued to this day. So many great Norwegian bands popping up on the scene. So, but yeah, so let's talk about the lineup here for this album. And I hope I pronounce these names correctly. I probably will butcher them. Eirik Hansen on vocals, Alan Olsen on vocals. They have multiple singers, always have. We've got Kim Stenberg, who produced the album as well, playing guitars, kick-ass guitar player. Gilbert Marshall on keyboards and vocals. Lars Peter Holstadt on bass guitar, and Jan Johannesson on drums. And on this album, and it's like 75 minutes long, so you get like an hour and 15 minutes worth of music because it's filled with like epic tracks. You got the awesome song Change, which opens up the album, which is 20 minutes long. Takes you through all sorts of twists and turns, big heavy guitars, atmospheric passages, got the great vocal interplay, and that amazing Hammond organ and the other keyboards, just an amazing track. An amazing track that holds your attention from start to finish. Then you got the title track comes up next. That's a shorter piece, 6.5 minutes long. That's short by their standards, right? Another great song. Then another epic comes, again full of atmosphere and heavier moments, lighter moments, great vocal harmonies, full circle poetry, killer. One of my favorite tracks on the album, though, coming in at just under 8 minutes long, is Without Knowing Why. That is where they take their kind of muscular Dream Theater, prog metal influence, mesh it up with classic Uriah Heep and Deep Purple, throw it all together. It's a killer track with some amazing, intricate riffs and passages. So good. Probably the most aggressive song on here, even though this album rocks quite a bit. That's the one. And then you've got the 3-part Illusion and Reality, parts 1 through 3. That also is like nearly 20 minutes long. I believe it's like 19 or something like that. Just excellent stuff. Man, the keyboard soloing and the guitar soloing on that is great, but just, again, this band just is so good at taking you through these long-form compositions and keeping things fresh and exciting and, throwing in the great vocal harmonies and the melodies along the way. Just so good. And then the last track is probably the most atmospheric and kind of mellow and dreamy song on the album, and that's Dream Vision, just under 8 minutes long. Killer stuff. Absolutely killer stuff. So, this is a really, really good album. Of course, we got no charts, no certifications for this, but it's a dynamite album. So if you really are looking to discover like your next great favorite band, and you haven't jumped on board the Magic Pie train yet, this is a great place to start. Because I think once you listen to this one, you're going to be hooked, and you're going to want to get all the other ones in their catalog. And they are due for a brand new one, like really soon. I think that's coming up because I just got the digital promo for that. So I think that's coming out next month, if I'm not mistaken. In May, maybe it's later this month. It's either later this month or in May. So they've got a brand new one. It's been a bunch of years since the last one. So new album coming out from Magic Pie soon. Motions of Desire, though, their debut is my pick for today. Pick number 5 from 2005. Let us know what you think of this if you've heard it down in the comments below. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out. Trust me, you will like this one. But more importantly, list your pick down in the comments below. And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 5. This is on the web at pick number 4. Today was number 5. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. If you go over to our merch page, you can get the cool Sea of Tranquility. This is the original shirt, right? Call it the triangle shirt. But we got all sorts of other ones down below there. We got whales on the front. We got dragonflies. We've got giant squids or giant octopus. We've got the cool snake one. We got all sorts of metal ones. We got Prague ones, the Spacier Prague ones. We got Hudson Valley Squares. We got all sorts of stuff. So go check them out. Got the slogans. A lot of shirts. We've got so many shirt designs. It's ridiculous. So go check out our merch page and find something you like and go out there, wear it proudly, and spread the news of Sea of Tranquility out there in the wild, at the store, at the concert hall, at the gym, wherever you go, right? Wherever you wind up going. Toy store, record store, whatever. Hair salon place, whatever. wear your Sea Tranquility shirt. Tell everybody how much you love us and how much you love the channel and how much you love music, right? So, yeah. So stay tuned. What do we got coming up on the channel? Just a little bit. Don't touch that dial. Martin Popoff and I will be back at the Funhouse continuing our little series about some of our favorite producers and some of our favorite productions from those guys. Bob Ezrin is on tap for today. Of course, the great producer who has worked with lots of bands, Pink Floyd, Kiss, Alice Cooper, Deep Purple, you name it, the Babies, the list goes on and on and on. So, yeah, we're going to be talking our favorite productions from Bob Ezrin. That's coming up in just a little bit. We got Ken Golden, the Professor's Picks this afternoon. Don't miss that. A lot of cool new stuff releasing today, so you want to check that out. And tomorrow, Jamie Laszlo and the review crew coming up tomorrow. And then Sunday, I will be ranking the albums of a great catalog, a big catalog, but a catalog that we are like way late to the game in doing. I should have done this band years ago. A lot of you have asked over the years. I think some of you gave up on me ever covering Riot, but we're finally going to do Riot. All 17 albums. I'm going to rank them as I like them, as I see them on Sunday. And I'm really, really up for the challenge, folks, even though I had to kind of do this last minute. I've been planning it for a while. I've had all the albums been sitting here. I've been listening to them, but I wasn't going to probably do this till maybe May or June. But when we had to reschedule the Zebra episode, I said, all right, I can do like a quick, I was going to do the Possessed catalog. It's only 3 albums, but I'm thinking, why don't I just do the Riot one? Because it's like I've been listening to them a lot, and I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So I am going to do it. So that's coming up this weekend on Sunday morning. And then, of course, next week we got Monsters Den and all sorts of other fun stuff. And we got a lot of other solo programs I'm doing. I'll be doing a couple more this weekend. So we got those starter kit episodes, right? 10 essential albums for a specific genre. If you're new to the genre, we got Doom coming up this weekend, hopefully, and Jazz Fusion. So I'm going to have both of those. Don't want to miss those, right? So, yeah, lots happening here on the channel. Lots of content coming your way. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you over the weekend, but enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.